Hi guys, Laura here. I'm here to do another book review. The book that I will be reviewing today is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I was inspired to pick this up by Jessie the Reader, so if you're out there, Jessie, I appreciate it. I picked this up because of your review, so yeah. I really like this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. I couldn't give it 5 stars, and the reason I couldn't give it 5 stars is that I read Game of Thrones. And this book was very, very similar to Game of Thrones in a lot of ways, but I really liked it. I was not expecting that going in. Normally, especially in this day and age, everything has to copy something, or everything has to be like something. So when I heard it was like Game of Thrones, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like it. It really, really was. It was very, very similar and had a lot of the beats, and since I've read Game of Thrones, the book to me was a little bit predictable. Like, I kind of saw where it was going. So what I'm hopeful is that in Rebel Spring and Gathering Darkness, it gets a little bit different, and it's not as predictable for me. But I really liked it. It was the first time I really saw a young adult book really capture the feeling of Game of Thrones. I know earlier last year they said that Queen of the Tearling was going to do it. Just wasn't the same storytelling as I felt was in this book. So yeah, it basically follows these 3 different kingdoms that used to all be a part of Mythic, and there's 3 different kingdoms, and an event happens at the start of the book that really is a catalyst for all these events that happen in the subsequent book. You follow 5 to 6 teenagers or young adults, and that is kind of how the story is really, really crafted. It's very, very complicated, and it's a very, very, it's just I think the world was very, very well built, and even though I did see a lot of it coming, there were some things I didn't see coming, so there was still surprises for me as a reader. I just wish it would have diverged a little bit more and was a little bit more unique in its storytelling, and I'm hopeful that in the next few books it gets that way, but again, it was a little bit predictable for me. But I did like how there was a strong brutality in it, and I haven't seen that strong brutality since I've read Game of Thrones, and it just like I got attached to characters, and I was brokenhearted when they unfortunately were no longer with us. But I felt like the story is like, this is just the groundwork, and I feel like once she's got this groundwork out of the way, I feel like I will be even more intrigued by it. And there's an aspect of the book, there's 3 kingdoms. There's Uranus, there's Lemurus, and there's Pallas. And then there's these people that are like the birds, and they kind of watch everything. So they're kind of like the gods in the society, and I think that that's like super interesting. I didn't expect that, so I like that. But I really like seeing all the kids, and I'm hopeful in the next few books we'll see a lot more interaction between them. We've seen very, very limited interaction with the children other than who they're with, but I really like the whole like diverging people and meeting people not from your like class and stuff. I like that, so hopeful that will be in the future. There is some adult topics in this, and it is very, very violent, so it might not be a younger young adult novel, might be a higher young adult novel, but I really, really did like it. If you really like Game of Thrones, or if you thought Game of Thrones was a little bit too much for you, this might be a good book to pick up because it's in a very, very similar vein. I just wish it was a little bit less predictable. That's why I couldn't give it 5 stars. Hopefully in the next few I can. Just this book. And I know that she also has a series that is set in the same world, but it's not the Falling Kingdom series, so hopefully I'll be able to pick that up soon. Those are just my thoughts about Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. As always, all my links will be below. Let me know what you guys thought of Falling Kingdoms. Did you guys agree with me? Did you guys think it was a lot like Game of Thrones? Did you like that? Did you not like that? Go on my Twitter, go on my Goodreads, all that other fun stuff, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.